Alright, well, that last match was new and different. Big thanks to Sir Reggie Smythe and Frankie Drake for calling the match. Up next, the Mid-South Championship on the line as Billy White Moon defends the title against the United Kingdom's Ballarat Jack Jones.
This next match, set for 1 fall with a 15-minute time, is for the WL Mid-South Championship.
Tell you what, White Moon's faced some pretty tough customers before, but Ballarat Jack is a different strike.
We haven't seen a whole lot of the UK's in tag team action, which surprises me, since I thought, being known here as former Great Britain Championship wrestling stars, they would have appeared more, or at least together. But those are Myron Schimmelman's problems. But just the same, the angry Aussie looking down the barrel of a huge opportunity to snatch up the Mid-South belt for himself. No doubt with a little assist from Miss Jessica Goldman, who's doing anything she can to stay in Jack's good graces. He still hasn't forgiven Jessica for losing a tag match a few months ago. So she's practically groveling at the guy's boots lately.
You know, Johnny, sometimes time does drag, but it was actually only a few weeks ago, and I called that match. The UK ladies dropped it to Las Reinas when Jessica Goldman took a pinfall. And yes, sir, Ballarat Jack, he was mad as hell. He was backstage yelling his head off. I almost felt bad for Jessica Goldman. If she wasn't so low, she was under the belly of the snake.
All right, let's skip Jack and Jessica's daytime soap opera a sec and focus on the center of this match. Jack's extremely tough, and he's gonna make it hard for Billy White Moon to breeze through this one, like he has in the past. It's been said that White Moon retains the title by facing soft opponents, but I say back, he beat Tito Santana to win it, Santana again to retain it, and then Jimmy Snuka, Rick Martel, and Ricky Steamboat. And those don't sound like no soft opponents to me, but no argument. Ballarat Jack is gonna be a tough nut for White Moon to crack.
I'm sure Ballarat Jack will be a challenge, but I think Billy White Moon's up to it. After all, he beat all those people you already mentioned. And well, like you said, those are not soft targets. Those are all seasoned veterans, and Billy White Moon's whipped them all to retain that Mid-South Championship. And here he is now with his Best of the West tag team partner, Jim Dandy Deacons. And these boys carrying on the tradition set down by their fathers. Chief Sam White Moon now working in the front office, and of course the late great Cowboy Bob Deacons. And yeah, their gimmick is a little bit old school, but...
Well, yes. I mean, the Lone Ranger and Tonto was more my grandpa's thing. But Jim Dandy and Billy White Moon still make it work. Speaking of the original tag team, is it true that a batch of classic RWL matches were found recently? They say Bob Deacons and Sam White Moon are among some of the matches. Do you know anything about it?
Nope. I guess it'll come up at the next big meeting with Colin O'Toole.
Introducing first the challenger, accompanied by Jessica Goldman, from Victoria, Australia. Weighing 256 pounds, Ballarat Jack Jones. His opponent, accompanied by Jim Dandy Deacons, from Norman, Oklahoma. Weighing 235 pounds, the WL Mid-South champion, Billy White.
About those tapes, yes, it's true. Found in some warehouse in New York at the Richmond Sportsplex. I don't know what shape they're in, what the plan is for them or anything. I just read they exist.
Oh, well, that would be interesting to see some old school matches. But, well, let's focus on the here and now. Ballarat Jack, big time opportunity. The Mid-South Championship hanging in the balance on this one. Well, Ballarat Jack's in a worse than usual mood tonight, but he'll be in an even worse mood if he drops this match. Billy White Moon, looking primed and ready to love his new outfit. Here we go, the bell sounds. They lock up. White Moon escorts Ballarat Jack to the ropes. Ballarat Jack Jones going for a ride to the outside. And White Moon getting ready to join him via Air Express. Here he comes. Oh, missed the baseball slide. White Moon crashes and burns. That's a rare thing. Ballarat Jack back in the ring. Takes a leap over and, well, still served the purpose. Didn't look too good, but he got the job done. Ballarat Jack Jones opens up with a series of shots, takes Billy White Moon down to the floor as the referee counts, grabs a knee into the head of the Mid-South champion. Billy White Moon quickly back up on his feet, running kick from Ballarat Jack, drops him like a bad habit. There's a stomp from Ballarat Jack, the angry Aussie. Like I said, a little bit angrier than usual. Jim Dandy Deacons standing like a stone against a hurricane, not getting directly involved. Look at this. All he did was make eye contact. That was enough. Ballarat Jack with the elbow across the back of Billy White Moon goes for the cover here. One. Just a one. White Moon kicking out. Ballarat Jack rounds him up. Gets a hold of him. Someone's introduced a kendo stick. Oh, Miss Goldman, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Head first into the turnbuckle. Goes Billy White Moon. Ballarat Jack with a series of kicks. One to the face of Billy White Moon. The Mid-South champion on the receiving end of the bad business here. Ballarat Jack rebounds off the ropes. A face wash to Billy White Moon. The Mid-South champion looking like he's in more trouble than I've ever seen him in before. Ballarat Jack has come to play. Ballarat Jack rounds up White Moon. White Moon shifts his weight, counters it into an inverted DDT. Nicely done by the Mid-South champion. Jessica Goldman up on the apron over here. And there's the hot kiss at the end of the wet fist. Boom. Down went Ballarat Jack. Jessica Goldman undid that turnbuckle. Yeah, oh, she's a party animal, ain't she? Okay. White Moon off the ropes, a kick to the face of Ballarat Jack, the angry Aussie. Finally getting some of the starch taken out of him by Billy White Moon. White Moon setting up. There's a pulling pile driver. Ballarat Jack rolls to the outside. He did not like that one. White Moon followed him on out, ass over tea kettle. Human missile. Oh, White Moon's doing the curly. Oh, he's primed. He is ready to go. Measured double X handle right to the chest of Ballarat Jack Jones. The referee counting. Billy White Moon doesn't care. He's right into the ring steps. Went Ballarat Jack. Jessica Goldman, I'm surprised she isn't trying to take White Moon out herself. Ballarat Jack finally rolled back into the ring. Billy White Moon rolls himself in. Rounds up Ballarat Jack Jones. There's a chop. There's another chop. There's a third chop. And a headbutt. Billy White Moon firing on all cylinders now. Ballarat Jack catches a double boot stomp from White Moon. Here we go. There's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Just the two. And Ballarat Jack used everything he had to get out of that pin. Well, now, I don't know what he was trying to accomplish there, but it didn't look too good. White Moon, double choke lift, pitches Ballarat Jack Jones across town. Billy White Moon, there's a clothesline, followed up with a second clothesline. Ballarat Jack gets the brakes put on him, gets the leg swept by Billy White Moon. Referee correcting that turnbuckle. Billy White Moon going right to work on a down Ballarat Jack Jones, and he's busted open. Out he goes. He keeps rolling out, looking for a break, but White Moon's right there. Miss with the double X handle. Ballarat Jack Jones going to capitalize on the mistake here. A boot to the face of Billy White Moon. White Moon gathered back up. Ballarat Jack with a hard forearm. There's a question whether or not that elbow pad is loaded or not. He likes to use that on. Ballarat Jack rounds up. Billy White Moon pitches in towards the timekeeper's area. Makes his own way back towards the ring. Nope, he's not done yet, but White Moon is. Now they're both in. Running dropkick from Billy White Moon. White Moon rounds up Ballarat Jack, hard forearm. Takes him down. Jessica Goldman again with the turnbuckle. Another double axe handle right to the chest of Ballarat Jack Jones. Billy White Moon all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here he goes, nails him with the knee right across the chest. Ballarat Jack, both he and White Moon missed their move. Rebound off the ropes, flying punch from Ballarat Jack takes White Moon down, going for the quick cover, but look at this. Jessica Goldman Has to get the referee back involved again. White Moon kicks out before even the count of one. Ballarat Jack going back to work here. Got to be frustrated. Knows the Mid-South Championship is within reach. White Moon on the ropes here. Ballarat Jack grabs a couple of knees into the midsection of Billy White Moon. And Jessica Goldman is trying to be like super helpful. Running forearms from Ballarat Jack. The referee again distracted with that turnbuckle. Oh, Ballarat Jack misses with the spear. White Moon puts on the brakes but catches the second spear. And now the referee's involved again. 1, 2. Oh, not quite. Almost real close. I know Ballarat Jack is mad as hell. Almost a 3 count. Ballarat Jack over the top rope. Human cannonball. And down goes Billy White Moon on the outside. White Moon quickly turns it around. Nails Ballarat Jack with a couple of shots. Jessica Goldman hanging out a little too close, a little too stocky. Don't like it. Ballarat Jack pitched to the barricades. White Moon rolls himself back inside the ring. The referee counts Ballarat Jack Jones, but not for long. Here he comes. Rolls himself back in. White Moon caught up from behind. There's a shot from Ballarat Jack. White Moon whipped to the ropes. There's a duck under from Ballarat Jack. A leapfrog. Gets a hold. Oh, man. Hard right hand. Jack covers. 1. Not even. I know he's still mad about that almost 3 he had. Billy White Moon with a forearm. Rebounds off the ropes. Flying punch takes down Ballarat Jack again. Jim Dandy Deacons looking on. Billy White Moon lays in another hard right hand to an already busted open Ballarat Jack Jones. He's got to be reeling. White Moon with a jab and another. Gets a hold of Ballarat Jack. Rebounds off the ropes. Flying kick right to the face. And down went Ballarat Jack Jones. Look at this. White Moon, he's setting it up. He's setting it up. There's the Nolan Ryan fastball. Boom! Oh, man. And down went Ballarat Jack. Referee again distracted by Jessica Goldman, who should have been ejected quite some time ago. It's not like the Invisible Man's taking them turnbuckles off. Another attempted near fall for Ballarat Jack Jones. There's a hard forearm from Billy White Moon. It's been laughable. Poor Ballarat Jack Jones can't catch a break here. Gets a hold of White Moon. Escorts him. He's trying to get him to the corner, but head first into the turnbuckle. White Moon, quick with the counter, turns it around on Ballarat Jack, delivers a kick to the ribs. Delivers another series of kicks to the ribs. There's a kick right to the face. Down goes Ballarat Jack. There's a stomp to the gut. And Billy White Moon paying back the face wash with the one he got with another one. Boom, right to Ballarat Jack Jones. Rolls out to center ring. Here's a cover, a hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Billy White Moon retains.
The time was 8 minutes and 49 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, still the Mid-South champion.
Well, we called it. It was a tough match for Billy White Moon, and Ballarat Jack put up a hell of a fight. But Billy White Moon, one more time, picking up another win and retaining the Mid-South Championship. And the next time I hear somebody say he faces soft targets, I'm going to be personally mad with them. All right, folks, coming up next, more championship level action as Snarl continues right after the break.